Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly astrology readings for the week of August 13th, 2025. I want to remind everyone this is for entertainment purposes only. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers. Love that you're here. And we are going to get started right away with, of course, Aries. Don't forget, okay? All the signs are timestamped below, so you can just go right into the description and you can find your timestamp. So let's see. Let me change this timestamp for Aries so that you are not sitting here for the whole thing. All right, here we go. Now, first off is Aries. This is for Aries for the week of August 13th, 2025. Aries for the week of August 13th, 2025. Let's see what we got. I love this. I get the strength card, courage. This is like inner courage, moving forward. I mean, she's sticking her hands in this lion's mouth. Why? Because she knows, not only does she know that she has the courage to do it, but she has a trust here, right? This lion trusts her. She's built the trust up. She understands how to speak with this animal, with this lion. They have a relationship. And you know what? You have that inner courage, but you've built it up over time. Page of Swords, moving forward in a new way. I get this fire in the belly, like you're learning something, you're moving forward. I love that. And then you get this, you have the Page of Swords, and then you get this Four of Swords. This is kind of stepping back. And I like this too, because you're moving forward, you're building up your courage, you have that inner courage. You also are starting something new with this intellectual, this Page of Swords, but you're also with this Four of Swords, taking the time to step back. And before you go out and swing this sword around willy-nilly, right, as he's starting to do, you're like, you know what? I need to step back because I have this like inner maturity, this inner courage, this inner strength. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to ground myself and I'm going to move forward in a very measured way. And I really, really like that. So there you go, Aries. That's for the week of August 13th. All right, next we have Taurus. This is for Taurus for the week of August 13th, 2025. Taurus for the week of August 13th, 2025. Let's see what we have for Taurus for the week of August 13th, 2025. Let's see what we have for August 13th. This is for Taurus. First get the Five of Cups. This is kind of a card of grief. You know, he's looking at these cups that have fallen over, but these two cups are standing. This is to me a card of gratitude. Let's not look at what we're missing. Okay, what's not, well, like, oh, you know, woe is me. If you can, I don't know what you're going through, what everyone's going through, I get it, but try turning you around and seeing all the good things that you do have. And if you notice, if you go this direction, here is the path that leads to the castle, which is his enlightenment. So if you have this, you know, if you can turn around and just be grateful for what you have. This Seven of Wands, here this gentleman is fighting, really, he's standing up for his principles. So sometimes, you know, we have to, it feels like all is lost. Now I've got to fight for what I believe in. But I love this because you get this High Priestess card, and this is what your intuition, this is strong intuition this week. You know what you need to fight for, if you need to fight for it, if you need to stick up for it. When, you know, it's almost like you know what to say when you need to say it. You know what to do when you need to do it. And I also just heard, if you need to do it. It might be a good time. It's up to you. You know your situation, Taurus. It might be a good time to walk away. It might not be worth your time or effort in a situation. So you'll know, right? Take a look at things, and if you have to address something, you address it, and then sometimes, you know, it's just not worth it. So there you go. Next up, we have Gemini. Let's see what we have for Gemini for the week of August 13th, 2025. This is Gemini for the week of August 13th, 2025. Gemini for the week of August 13th, 2025. This is for Gemini for the week of August 13th, 2025. Oh, that card, I don't know what it is, but it fell out, so we'll take that. Okay, here we go. So that's that card. Oh my goodness, Gemini, here we go. First card, this is the card that flipped out, the Tower card. This is, of course, it looks so dramatic. This is basically, you know, if something hasn't been built on a strong foundation in your life, whatever it is, it can be something as easy, you know, too, as simple as your to-do list or something, or, you know, whatever. Maybe you didn't put your schedule together quite as tightly as you could have. But if something isn't built on a strong foundation, it might be time for that foundation to give out, which is, I always like this card because this means things that are ready to move out of your life are moving out of your life. They're just not needed. And it's time to clear things out of the way, to make way to build new, stronger things on a stronger foundation, right? So if you, some of you, you know, this can mean, it can mean really almost nothing at all. And it can mean something maybe a little more important to you. But here we go, you know, time to move some stuff out of the way. 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you've probably been backstabbed like the rest of us at some point in the past. You see the sun is rising. But you know what? This is a good card too. Because you know, like I know the people who have backstabbed me, right? I know the situations I've been in that I'm like, oh yeah, I know what, I'm not doing that again, okay? So you're showing up, you're like, these are the situations that aren't working. These are the areas of my life that I'm not interested, you know, these are the people I don't want to be with. So it seems to me really, you know, Gemini, maybe it's just a time to clean house, right? Time to move away from some people that aren't, you know, that really aren't working for you, situations that aren't working for you. And I love this because then you get this Ace of Cups card. This is a beautiful new emotional beginning. And I love this because it's like, you know, it's like this chalice and it's coming from the heavens. And it's like sources saying, you know what? Yeah, you've had this hour, you've had the tower moments, you've had the backstabbing moments, but you know what? That has cleared out all that negative energy to really start with this beautiful new emotional beginning. And I really do love that for you. And I will tell you, the bottom of the deck card is this High Priestess card. Beautiful new intuition, like you almost like know the new direction and it's helping you to move forward. So there you go, Gemini. A strong message. You know, if it resonates, that's fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. So there we go. All right, next up here is Cancer. This is Cancer for the week of August 13th, 2025. Here we go for Cancer for the week of August 13th, 2025. Cancer for the week of August 13th, 2025. I just had a card fall out, so we'll see what that is. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Cancer for the week of August 13th, 2025. I'm going to do one more shuffle, Cancer. Here we go. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Like life of luxury, but you've gotten there because of hard work, right? Things are really starting to really, I'm hearing like come like to fruition, like as things are starting to, you're starting to live that life of luxury. It may not quite feel like it for some of us, you know, I'm not a Cancerian or whatever, that's not my sign, but you've worked for it. You're starting to get to that point in your life where things are like, I can take the time now and then to have that cup of coffee in my garden and really just enjoy life, right? But it has come at the expense, and not in a bad expense, but I've worked for it, right? And now I'm starting to enjoy my life. I love this because this Knight of Pentacles comes up. This is a very slow moving card, one of the slowest moving cards in the deck, but very reliable. Stability. Pentacles represent good health, good wealth. And I love this because here is this field back here. It is time, it may be time, I should say that it may be time for you to sow some new seeds. Yes, when I have this quiet time in my garden, it may be time to sow some new seeds on things you want to move forward to start in your life. They're not going to, when you sow a seed, it doesn't, you don't get the new plant tomorrow. It takes time to grow. You have to nurture it. You have to spend some time watering and, nurturing the seed to grow into something that you want. And then you get this beautiful Emperor card. I love this, like this very beautiful male energy around, of just, I almost feel like it's almost like it's even a new significant other coming in for some of you with, and it's a person either around you that's helping you, or maybe someone new coming in, or even just your energy of, I'm relaxing, I'm enjoying life. And you know what? And these 4 rams show when I'm ready to move forward, right? When these seeds are ready, I'm going to be ready to move forward on these new things that are sprouting in my life. The bottom of the deck card, I love this, is this Ace of Wands. This is a new creative beginning. I see some real shifts coming up for you, Cancer, if you're willing to make those moves and make those energetic moves to get started with them. So there you go. All right, here we go now, Leo. Just writing the timestamp down for Leo. All right, Leo, I'm going to shuffle. I have so many Leos in my life. Oh my gosh, so many Leos. I love it. And this, is right into your birthday month time here. July 23rd through August 22nd. So I love that. We still have some birthdays for my Leo friends. I actually think all my Leo friends have had their birthdays, but still that Leo time. So I love that. So here we go with Leo. Let me do a couple more shuffles for you. Of course, the cards are flying everywhere. Hold on. Got to get those shuffles in. Here we go. I love this card. This card is like you're juggling things, Leo. But you're loving it, right? You're very busy. I got my to-do list. I'm very busy, very busy. This, shows this water. This is, this can be things happening overseas if you have any overseas investments or anything like that, because of course, pentacles represent health, but they represent money. Also, they represent grounding, like your body grounding to the earth, the money, the pentacles, the gold that comes out of the earth. So, the water, it can be some emotional ups and downs, but it's good. Like you're really busy. I'm busy doing this. I'm getting pulled different directions. This person is getting pulled different directions, but they have all the balls in the air. So very, very busy. I love this Queen of Pentacles for you. This is, again, grounded, looking, she's looking at this pentacle and she's like, I got this. This is good, feminine, nurturing energy. You might have a nice, feminine energy around you, a mother or a grandmother. Also, this is just really being grounded in what you're doing, and you're looking forward to, new things starting in your life. Seven of Wands, having to kind of defend your position though in a few things. Yes, I'm juggling a lot of things. I'm moving forward. I'm grounded in what I'm doing, but you might have a few people telling you should be doing things a different way. And you might have to every now and then go out and say, yeah, I value your opinion. And thank you for your input, but I'm going to be doing it my way. So keep that in mind. I don't see any big deals with any of that stuff, but just keep that in mind. All right, now up is Virgo. Here we go, Virgo. This is for the week of August 13th, 2025. Oh, sorry about that. The cards are flying. So this is for Virgo for the week of August 13th, 2025. I'm going to give these cards a good shuffle, which I do in between for each sign. I know that. So there we go. Let's give them a good shuffle here. One more. Okay, one more. Here we go. All right. The Fool card. Starting out on a new adventure, right? I mean, taking that step off, starting a new adventure. Let's just put it that way. Taking that leap of faith, if we're ready, right? I'm a Virgo, so if we're ready, it might be time. Again, we seem to keep always getting, this new adventure starting for us. But feeling this Nine of Wands, kind of beaten about the head a little bit. Do we have time? Can we pull ourselves away from that to-do list to actually follow our dreams? I don't know. Can we? And then the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, we're feeling a bit grounded. Like, can we really take that leap of faith when really we should be following our to-do list and doing all the hard work that the world wants us to follow? I don't know. Interestingly enough, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and at the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. So like I'm not saying these are Virgo cards, but these to me are like Virgo cards. I'm not saying that that's what the general consensus is out there in the world. But if you want to talk about two grounded, conservative cards, like a Virgo, so I don't know if we're all ready if all of us are ready to make that leap. But, I will tell you, it might be time to start looking into, okay, and this is just my personal thing that I'm kind of looking into, is maybe saving up some money to start to make that leap over the next year, and saying, well, I know I'm going to need some help, or some guidance, and, maybe putting a little bit of money away each month so that if I have to take a course or two, a year from now, 8 months from now, I'll have a little bit of a nest egg, to use for that. So, so that's it. That's my input on that. All right, Libra. Libra, here we go, Libra. This is for Libra for the week of August 13th, 2025. Let's see what we have for Libra for the week of August 13th, 2025. Libra for the week of August 13th, 2025. Oh, interesting. Chariot card, moving away. Like you're like moving away from the city. I've got my own ideas. I've got this under control. And I'm moving. I'm moving fast. I'm moving fast to go do my own thing. And don't you know, you get the Eight of Cups. Leaving, right? Moving away. I'm not saying that that's the case. Leaving everything intact. This is a card like you get a new job or something. So you leave your you leave your current job. There's no destruction involved or anything, but you're moving away to better things. Five of Wands. This is a card of like learning something new. These young men here, they're learning how to battle. That doesn't mean you're going into battle, but they're learning something new, okay? This also can mean like office gossip or gossip, it doesn't have to be in the office, but, but learning something new or just like kind of like play battling, like whatever. But interestingly enough, on the bottom of the deck, you also get this Six of Swords, leaving for smoother waters. I mean, these are 3 cards for you, Libra. Libra, things might be changing for you for the better. I love this. I hope that's the case. I hope it's the case for all of my Libra friends that, if things aren't maybe exactly how you want them, maybe you've put things into place and, into motion that it might be time for that energy changing, that maybe things are moving forward and you're leaving for something better. So, and whatever that means, that can be emotionally leaving, that can be physically leaving, that can be mentally leaving, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving, okay? And you may not be leaving anywhere. Again, this is all for, entertainment purposes only, but it's just interesting. You got 3 cards there that you're moving on to smoother waters. So I love that for you. All right, here we go. Scorpio, my Scorpio friends. Let's see what we have for the week of August 13th, 2025 for my Scorpio friends. Let's see what we have for Scorpio for the week of August 13th, 2025. Scorpio. Scorpio, as I'm shuffling the cards, I thought August 13th, 3025 instead of 2025. And I'm like, boy, oh boy, you guys are like, to me, Scorpios are just so futuristic. I love that. Okay. Here's what I got. All right. 5 of Wands. This is kind of like, like learning something new. Learning how, could also mean some gossip, right? So gossiping, learning something new, the play battling, they're kind of learning how to fight here. Nobody's hurting each other. They're all in different tunics. So they're just learning. They're learning they're training. This 2 of Wands, looking out for new horizons, right? You may be looking out for some new horizons. Where am I going? Like, let me kind of dipping a cautious toe in those waters, right? Trying this, trying that. He's holding this, this globe in his hand, looking out on new things to try. Scorpio, getting that feeling of wanderlust. And then this Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning. Might be a week of, I'm almost getting the fact or the feeling that maybe a lot of you might be on vacation and that new emotional beginning, trying out some new things. I really got that saying, dipping a cautious toe in new waters. So hopefully that might be the case for you and maybe finding something that really sparks you. I like that, Scorpio. I hope that's the case. Oh, I love it. All right, here we go. This is Sagittarius for the week of August 13th. 2025. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius for the week of August 13th, 2025. Sagittarius for the week of August 13th, 2025. Sagittarius. Let's see what we have. 6 of Pentacles, bringing in some balance, right? Giving help, giving charity, maybe needing some charity, but a nice balance card, right? And having the money and the time and the resources, you have the balance with the skills, having the time, the money, and the resources to provide some balance to others, which I love. 10 of Swords, having been backstabbed or, having like you maybe, you kind of know things people in situations and things to stay away from in the past. This has happened in the past. You see the sun rising. So it's kind of like, you know, situations, people to stay away from, you know, not really for me. But I love this because this Nine of Cups shows that, yes, you're like really emotionally like balanced and you're happy. And I love that. I have plenty. I can give, you know, I can give to charities. I can help people with my time and my resources. I know who to stay away from, right? I've had the experiences, know who to stay away from. I'm really just feeling very, very good where I'm at. I'm sitting here just enjoying life. I hope that's the case for you, Sagittarius. It seems like a really nice, balanced week for you. I love that. All right, here we go. Now we have Capricorn. This is Capricorn for the week of August 13th, 2025. This is for Capricorn for the week of August 13th, 2025. Excuse me, I keep... Capricorn for the week of August 13th, 2025. Knight of Swords, moving in quickly, right? Moving in quickly with kind of willy-nilly, maybe saying things or doing things that you really need to kind of step back and think about a bit. Justice card, yeah, making sure that you're not going like, making sure you're looking at all sides and coming into things with a fair and balanced viewpoint on things. You know, before you rush in, like I'm just gonna say it or do it. You kind of take back, you know, so let me have a fair and balanced viewpoint on things. And then this Knight of Pentacles, you have this Knight of Swords, you also have this Knight of Pentacles. This is like stability, reliability. Taking time to think about your words, taking time to think about, you know, this is the slowest card, one of the slowest cards in the deck, if not the slowest. It's okay. You don't have to rush it. It's like one of the fastest cards to one of the slowest cards. You may not need to rush in. It might be a good idea with this Justice card in between to slow down, think about, you know, anything that you might have thought you wanted to do or say. It might be a good idea to slow down, and it might not. Only you know that. So, you know, you have free will, of course, to do whatever you want, but just knowing that, if, you know, you kind of have this, you go from fast to slow, so you might want to just take it slow and just think about what you need to do before you just rush right in. All right, Aquarius, here we go. Aquarius for the week of August 13th, 2025. What do we have for Aquarius for the week of August 13th, 2025? Aquarius for the week of August 13th, 2025. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. There we go. First card we get is this Page of Pentacles. Like training, looking up, excited, maybe starting classes this week. I don't know, but moving forward and looking up and like feeling good about new things. I love this Judgment card. Again, looking up, kind of coming out of the darkness, either to learn something new or to be like, you know, just like having this newness about you with this spark. Like, yeah, it's ready. I'm ready to go and do new things. And you almost have, many of you, I think, have a plan on what you're doing. And then this Emperor card. And I love this because either you have someone around you with this Emperor energy, which is like this leadership. Maybe you have a mentor or a teacher or a professor or something like that. But also, you know, you have these four rams where if this is kind of like your leadership energy, I'm almost hearing too, this is a lot of you maybe starting your own like YouTube channels, or a lot of you starting your own businesses. You have this leadership ability, which is just wonderful. And, you know, you're like, yeah, I got this. I feel this in like my bones that I can do this. So, you know, hopefully that's the case. Only you know, again, I mean, you know, but I just love it that you just feel like, yeah, I'm ready to start some new things. And I just think it's a really great time of year to do that. And hopefully that's the case for you. All right. Now we have Pisces. All right, Pisces, here we go. Let's see what we have for Pisces for the week of August 13th, 2025. I'm going to shuffle these cards for Pisces for the week of August 13th, 2025. Pisces for the week of August 13th, 2025. Six of Swords, moving on to smoother waters. I love that. That's what it is, right? Moving on to smoother waters. If you see the kind of waves here, and it's moving on to smoother waters. Two of Pentacles, juggling that to-do list, you know, many things, but doing it well, right? So if you're juggling, you know, maybe you're just like having enough, like maybe you're on vacation this week, you've been juggling, but you're moving on to smoother waters. But then we get this Death card, which doesn't mean a physical death necessarily. I mean, it can always mean that, but it really doesn't. I mean, I'm not getting that vibe at all. But this 5 petals of this flower, like change, right? Something's, and you know what? And with this moving on to smoother waters card, I get this feeling like, yeah, you've been juggling a lot of things for a long time, but change and moving on to smoother waters are really, you know, really maybe on the horizon for you. And I mean, not the far out horizon. You know, like, yeah, if you're looking into making some changes, this might be a good time. So there you go. All right, my friends, I will see you tomorrow for our weekly energy reading and our 3-card pick. And until then, namaste.